control tower right there, and we're going to be going up there momentarily. And I think after that we can go outside and look at all the airplanes. And look, the outside of the building is just beautiful. I can hardly wait to show you. But I thought we'd do this first, kind of let the weather clear off. And it looks like it is. I think we'll be able to do the outside today. That just pleases me, tickles me to death. So let's go up to this control tower. Okay, here we go. We're going up into the aircraft tower. Yeah, it's pretty warm up here. If I remember right, it was warm up here last time we were up here. But I'm so glad they kept this open. These stairs are really steep. Look at that. Well, if you thought that FedEx plane was huge, this one is just ginormous, huge. Of course, that's where the engines would have been, right there. These are massive. Okay, we're going to walk back here to the back end of the plane. Oh gosh, I can't even get it all in my frame. I don't even know how tall that tail section is. Look at that. Let me just kind of pan around here. It just dwarfs this other little Army airplane over here, and the Ryan jet, it even kind of dwarfs it a little bit, because I mean this thing is huge. Let's go back here to the back. Now this would have been where the tail gunner sat. Let's see if we can. It's like looking up a skyscraper. Look at that. It's crazy. This would have been where the tail gunner sat. And then there's the machine guns right there. And these are probably 50 cal, I would imagine. But there's the machine guns, there's where the tail gunner would have sat. And I'm looking straight up at that, the tail section. Look at that, it is huge. Oh, man. Well, let's walk on around here. And here's the tires. They look small until you get up to them. Of course, it'd have to be large to support this big, huge aircraft. It's a missile. It's probably more than 10 feet long. And here's another missile over here, I think. I'm not positive on that. I'm not sure what that is. And here's the other side where the engines would have been. Wowee. And there's where that landing wheel would have folded up into there. And there's the back side of the airport, air terminal. It's very hot up there in that control tower, it really is. We kind of zoom in here just a little bit. And we're going to work our way on around here. Just wanted to show you the overall view of this particular aircraft. So I walked all the way around it. Okay, this looks like a little fighter. And it really looks large compared to that plane we just went around. And then here's the United States Air Force. Looks like it might be another fighter jet. And even these fighter jets that look little, they're really not. They are very big, even for the fighter jets, the smaller fighter jets. Because of course you're sitting there and then you've got all this behind you. And again, very large. Sit way up there. What that wind does feel good out here today. Oh, there's smaller aircraft, U.S. Air Force. And yet another huge U.S. Air Force plane here. Maybe not quite as large, but still pretty good size. Now this is U.S. Air Force Air Mobility Command. Celtic, Kansas, this is. Okay. Let's kind of go here. We'll get kind of an overall view of these planes out here. Iron Eagle. So I kind of zoom in on that a little bit. Iron Eagle. This looks like a Learjet. Let's take a walk out here and see. Really unique aircraft. It is very unique. There's a TWA where you would have walked up or you would have departed the plane. A staircase and that sort of thing from a TWA. Army National Guard, Kansas, it says. Ooh-wee, boy, I tell you what, these things are massive. Let's walk on down here. this is a citation aircraft. And this is actually a Learjet. Okay, I think we're going to go on and do the outside of the building. Learjet. Cool. All right. So let me come out here. Here's a closer view of the building, the back side of the building. We'll kind of do a swing around here. Of all the different aircraft out here. And of course there's the building. A little bit closer view. And of course down here it says Kansas Aviation Museum. Kansas Aviation Museum. They have little airplanes. You sort of see them, all the little airplanes along there. Like I said, it's a very beautiful building. Art Deco style building. Okay, this is stairway to the control tower. Very steep and a lot of stairs. Now look at that, it goes all the way up to there. Very steep. Have to be really careful. Okay, here we are. This is a control tower. And the windows actually protrude outward. These are just some pictures. A little bit out of breath, I'm not used to climbing up all those stairs. This is a U.S. Army rectifier. This converts AC current to DC current to provide powered radios. This rectifier sends power to the receiver, which captures transmissions and broadcasts from both McConnell Air Force Base and Wichita Municipal airport. Okay, this is a 1940s teletype used in air traffic control towers to communicate with multiple levels. And this is a World War II era microphone that controls air traffic controllers used to communicate aircraft. And then here's this is a headset used by pilots to keep in contact with control towers. This is a Kellogg candlestick used to control towers as late as the 1970s. This is actually a flare gun used in the event of an emergency. And this is it. This is the control tower. And as you can see, you've got Wichita way off in the distance. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. That's Wichita way over there. Okay, now we'll go back in. Okay, and here's some more pictures. Men working in the radio room, and there's the control tower. There's the interior tower north of the east corner, and view of the control tower looking north, and view of the control tower looking east. All right. Here's the Stearman Aircraft Company off in the distance. Okay. Yeah. And there's the FedEx plane, just like the one we saw down there. And that's just part of the tarmac where all those airplanes are. And here is another look at them. It tells you what they are right there. It's Republic F-8-4F and the Lockheed 233B and the B-52D, and those are all down there. And of course there's more. Let me read you some of the history of this. Wichita, Kansas is known as the air capital of the world. Nowhere else can you find so many top-name general aviation aircraft manufacturers in just one city. In the late 20s, the Park Board bought the 640 acres where the Kansas Aviation Museum currently resides. The building and ramp area are constructed on the ground that had never before been plowed and was known as the California section. Wichita was the last stop before continuing on to Denver or Los Angeles in those days. As a consequence, the airport was greatly needed to fuel, more importantly, weather updates. The terminal was completed by World War II and World War. The terminal was completed and by World War II became the fifth busiest airport in the United States, being a convenient layover in the middle of the United States. By the late 1930s, with the increased air traffic, there was a need for more supervision, so in August of 1940, the Wichita Park Board approved funds of $7,092 to build a control tower at the Wichita Municipal Airport. The tower was built atop the administration building in the southeast corner of the weather service room. Completed December of 1940, the tower operated daily from 6:15 a.m. to 8 p.m. and was 17 feet by 13 feet with glass windows that angled outward at the top. The angle of the glass made it easier for the air traffic controllers to view outdoor activities without being blinded by glare from the sun. Also helped keep rain from obstructing their view. And they also had what's called a light gun, and it's right up here. The light traffic guns have been a familiar part of military air traffic control tower since before 1950. They would flash a combination of red, green, and white lights to share information with ground crews as well as pilots. And that's what that was. Okay, and that's basically it. This is just the control room, control tower. And that, what you're in the background, that's actual McConnell traffic coming over that radio. So that's kind of cool, in a way. It's not a real big room, but it's really cool because it's got the glass that slants inward. And that's really cool. So at any rate, I think we're going to go on. We're going to do the outside of the building here in just a minute. So I'll meet you downstairs and outside here in just a few minutes. Okay, and there's the Kansas Aviation logo down there where we were just at. I'm zoomed out all the way. It's kind of cloudy. The sun's trying to come out a little bit, but there that is from up here, the third floor. Okay, this is the front of the Aviation Museum. This is what I've been wanting to show you. There's little airplanes. Zoom in, I'll show you. See the little airplanes? In between like a triangle. And that's all the way down. That's up there's one. And then here's the Eagles. And there's 3 of them. And then that's the very top where the airplane looks like it's flying over the ocean. Really very cool. And this is the entrance right here. Would have been the entrance at one time. Let me kind of back out again. And there's another plane. If I can zoom in on it enough, you'll see it. Well, I don't know if that's coming out or not. It's so dark today. It's really a very large building. It really is. We'll walk all the way down here. And there's those airplanes again. See, there they are. And there's some more right there. There's airplanes right there and right there. You know, they really built these when they built them back then. I mean, they had class and style and design to them. And they took time to do all this intricate work in the design of the building. You know, I mean, it's not just a Morton building or a concrete building of some sort. They took time to design these buildings. They were just beautiful. And that's pretty much it. We've been to all 3 floors. We went outside. We went up into the control tower. And that's pretty much it. But I think the outside of the building, the front of the building, is the most special part because it's just so beautiful. And it's rumored that the blue in this mural up here was actually, believe it or not now, this is what I was told by a staff member, It was actually made with a compound including Vicks Vapor Rub, believe it or not. That's what I was told in that mosaic, or that up there. But again, just a beautiful building. If any of you are living within a reasonable amount of distance from Wichita, this is really not hard to find, and it's really very interesting. The staff are very friendly and helpful. We actually got in a little bit early today. Not a lot, it's like 15 minutes early. Admission price is really reasonable. Because we're seniors, we got the discount. It was like $350 a piece or something like that. And there again, there's the airplanes all along here. Airplanes everywhere. And even up into here, there's airplanes. Very nice. They've done a wonderful job with their landscaping. Looks really nice. The weather held out. It kind of sprinkled when I first got here, but it quit. I went inside first and went to where the airplanes are, and then I'm out here right now. And actually, the sun looks like it's trying to come out. But there again, this is the Wichita Municipal Airport from the 1930s through 1954. They've done a wonderful job in their renovations and things of that nature. A wonderful job. Really have done a nice job. Well, I think that's going to do it for today. Hope you enjoyed the video of this old iconic airport. Turned out to be a pretty nice day. It's cloudy, a little humid, but still the rain stopped, and it just turned out, it's a little windy, and that helps, of course, with that. So I guess we're going to call it a day. I'm so glad that you come along and join me on this excursion through the Wichita Municipal Airport and all the cool old planes and artifacts inside the museum. And again, I thank you for joining me. I thank all my subscribers. Hope you have a nice day. Weekend's coming up here in a few days. So with that, I will say goodbye. And as always, I will catch you on the next video. So, bye for now.